I think most of the challenges came from being designed and tailored for the office, right? So if you think about those tools, most of them were coming and bought at the office and by the office teams. So there was lack of design, there was lack of thinking of how the field teams would actually use them. So they had clunky designs, they were not intuitive. There was a bunch of different buttons that the field team got overwhelmed by in the field when they were actually doing the job. Offline was an afterthought, right? So who cared? They had connectivity, so that was not an issue. But in the field, that was the issue. And I think that was the main trouble with those early tools. I have to be honest, not much changed. There is a little bit more thought given to, how will the team use it? And, we need to have it offline because connectivity sucks, right? In many, many ways. So, but there's still the same sort of chicken and egg problem, right? So it's still the office buying it. It sort of needs to be very well taken by the field team. So how do we combine these two? So I think there's progress, but I still think that a lot of digital tools still fail because teams don't like them. I would say tools that respect time and context. What I mean by that is this tool intuitive enough and does it actually help me do my job faster? That's what I mean by respecting time. Respecting context is, does it help me focus on my job and does it understand my language? Does it understand how I work? Another critical thing from our experience working with field teams would be how stable is it, right? Can I rely on it? Is it robust? And can I open it at any time? No connection, poor connection, and do I trust that I'm not going to lose full day of my work? So I would say those would be some of the critical things that help field teams rely on tools today. Let's be realistic, right? It's obvious that AI is changing how field teams work. And this is a growing trend by day. However, it's a big risk assuming that AI will replace field teams or the crews on the ground, right? So that's how trust will be lost if anyone in the office assumes that that will change. So AI needs to be, in my opinion, treated as an assistant in my pocket, literally helping me making decisions faster, structuring my job, structuring my paperwork, but definitely not thinking it's smarter than me as a field team in actually doing the work, right? So AI will be coming in providing that additional layer of visibility for the office teams without the micromanaging element and without the field team thinking that, there's somebody always overseeing me. And at the same time, being an assistant for the boring stuff when it comes to the field work. Offline first, non-negotiable, no-brainer. So still, in the era of .coms, in the era of internet, it's still a criticality for the field. Number two, it's voice to text. This one's getting more and more popular with the field because when you have your hands full, you don't have an opportunity to tap and insert data physically with your hands. So voice to text would be a very important piece of functionality now. Another thing I would say is built-in safety and compliance workflows. We still need to understand, there are a bunch of templates we can use. Why not give them upfront, right? Why force people create and recreate and reinvent the wheel, right? Privacy and transparency. Again, we're living in the era of AI. Companies and people are getting worried. Where's my privacy? Where are those borderlines? Where are the limits? So I would say factor in privacy and transparency into any of the products that you want to have. I will be a little selfish here, right? And I'll share what I've learned over the years. Yes, you can go and start a free trial. Yes, you can go to our website. Yes, you can take a look at all the information we provide. But if I had to give you step number one, it's always going to be talk to us. We've been here in this area and around deploying this tool for over 10 years now. So we can provide the best practices. We can give you step number one, number two, number three. Here's who you need to talk to within your organization. This is how to make it most effective. So talk to us. and we have the people who help.